I think for me, who's in, who's out. More special, I was looking at, we were looking at like when we were working with men, who was out. And then there were very interesting questions that were raised. Like if we're talking about men, which men are we talking about? Are we looking at men because of like on the biological makeup, or are we looking at men on the masculinity, or do we forget that there are transgender women, there are gay men? Do we involve them in the programs that we're doing? And it was quite clear that most of people, when they're talking about working with men, they're only talking about heterosexual men, not including all groups of men. Yeah.
What were your expectations going into these discussions?
For my expectation was really looking at how do we involve everybody in, like, for example, working with, making sure that we work with the gay men, making sure that we work with the transgender men. But how do we really, in the work that we're doing, for example, how do we create a space for men to share their experiences? Because we have a tendency of saying, I understand that when it comes to gender-based violence, more women are being abused and so forth, but also gay men as well. They've been abused, killed, and raped and all for that. But the other organization, when it comes to that, they sort of they don't involve themselves. Even the organizations that are dealing with human rights, but when the lesbian being killed or a gay being killed, it's only gay organizations that will be leading on that struggle. The other organization will be involved. So I was looking in a way of how then all the organizations find a way of working together, and include this, include working with LGBT organization or LGBT community in their programs.